Welcome to the Banter Blitz Podcast with your hosts, Jimmy, Pete, and Eric.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Banter Blitz Podcast. We're getting going. We're going to get into week 6. We got a bunch of news to talk about. Big stuff is happening. The trade deadline is on the way, so a lot more big-time news, not just like concussions and stuff, is going to be popping up left and right, and we got some big ones to start. We're going to get into week 6 review. Petey's picks. Kevin, you got a corner?
Yep.
Kevin's got a corner. And we'll get ready for next week. So, as always, let's just jump in, man. How are all of you? Petey.
Doing great. Went 3-1 this week. I'm sorry I demolished you, and I kicked your wife's ass in Dynasty. I just destroyed the Pulaski household this week.
Dude. Dak Prescott can go die in fire.
Yep. That's it.
I'm losing everywhere. It's so bad. Oh, what about you, Eric? How you doing?
I won 2 and I lost 1 by like just the skin of my teeth. That just pisses me off, but it's okay. I lost 1 from the first place guy, so brought him to 6-0. Congratulations, Mitchell.
Oh, God. He's not allowed to be 6-0.
It hurts.
It's unbelievable. Oh, we'll get into that. Kevin, how you doing?
I did pretty well this week. I lost to Eric in Dynasty, which kind of screwed me because I had a QB that had a bye. Sam Darnold had a bye, so it kind of screwed me. And I won by 2 of my other leagues, and I lost 1. So I had a good week overall.
Not bad.
My bye's really screwing me over, though, which kind of freaking sucks.
Yeah, I'm getting to the point where the only league I'm really even got a shot at is Dynasty. Pete's league, my team is just folded. I got Olave. I have freaking Dak.
Oh, you have Dak?
On
man,
that team.
really
My team is dead. Like, there's nobody left.
Damn, that's
So,
sucks.
yeah, that league is shot. It's not the year.
I'm doing pretty well in Pete's league. I don't know the number off the top of my head, but I think I'm doing pretty well. I think I'm 4th, 6th, or 7th place. I have to look. Or maybe 8th. I'm going to have to look.
Yeah. Well, all right. I guess let's just jump into the news. We got a lot to talk about today, so we're going to kind of speed run as much as we can. The news is not where we're going to speed run because a lot has happened, so let's jump in.
Weekly news and injury report.
Davante Adams to the Jets. We all knew it was coming, but how do we feel? What do you think this is going to kind of do?
I have a belief. So obviously Aaron Rodgers, he'll say, I didn't make the Jets do it. He made the Jets do it.
100%.
Yep. All right, so I think it's putting a Band-Aid on an internal wound. It's like you have a bad heartbeat. Let's just put a Band-Aid on it. Davante Adams will not fix this team. They don't need receivers. They have receivers. Garrett Wilson looked good. Lazard looked fine. It's not a skill position issue.
Brees looked really good this week.
Brees looked good. It's not a skill position issue, and it's just another dumbfounding mistake I think the Jets are making.
Yeah, I agree. I think they're just jumping on something to make it seem like they're making it.
Terrible.
Their defense, this is where I'm like, they're so weird to me because their offense should be good. Their defense is kind of good. So why are they losing?
Their run defense looked terrible.
Yeah, their run defense is bad, which is
like the first drive, Josh Allen threw maybe one pass. Like he didn't have to do anything.
He didn't have to throw.
So
yeah,
without James
Ray
Cook,
Davis, who the hell is that guy? So
exactly.
James Cook screwed me in Dynasty.
They waited to tell you he was out. They waited till the last.
Shit, man.
I can't stand that shit.
Why do teams do that?
Especially on a Monday.
Why do teams do that? They wait till the last second.
Keep them on the toes.
Yep.
It's annoying.
I do think that. Go ahead, Kev.
Unfortunately, I was losing that game that week for Eric, so it didn't really matter. But like, if I was winning and he was my last player and I was winning by like 2 points, I would have been furious.
Yep.
I do think that the O-line in New York needs to get better. Not the Bills, the Jets. They are getting Aaron Rodgers sacked a lot. He looked defeated. And I think
he's getting beat up.
Oh, yeah. I think Davante Adams and Aaron Rodgers' connection from the Packers is a beautiful thing. I'm excited to see it again. However, I just think Davante came over not only because there's Aaron Rodgers there, but I think he just doesn't like any other color but green. Aaron Rodgers and him, they both like green. They have to wear green.
He doesn't like the Raiders.
They have to wear green to be in the green.
That hamstring is really healed all of a sudden.
That
man.
should be illegal.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see him in the Pat McAfee show? He just showed up. Like, hey, I'm here.
I saw that.
Oh, come on. So rigged. But I got to tell you, Rodgers has got that team in a chokehold. He's got the owner in a chokehold, the coach in a chokehold, everybody. It's literally, he should just own the team and be like, hey, it's my team. I want to do whatever the hell I want.
Well, okay. Who do you think would do a better job at running a team? Woody or Aaron Rodgers?
Well, Aaron Rodgers, clearly. But Woody's an idiot, so it doesn't.
So let it be as it is right now.
Look what Belichick did.
Turmoil.
Look what Belichick did on the Mancast.
Do you think Garrett Wilson takes a hit here?
Oh,
I do.
He does.
I don't know if he takes a hit. I think Devontae Adams will be a top 10 wide receiver, and I think Garrett Wilson will stay in the top 15 to 20 range.
I'm saying
because I think he might have
Garrett
more efficient
Wilson takes
targets.
A bump.
Oh,
probably.
His targets
I think Garrett takes a bump from Devontae. I think Devontae's the one.
Wow. No, I think Garrett Wilson's the one.
Maybe not this week, but
then I think Devontae's
I think it's going to go.
And then
they're going to
it's going to hurt Lazard the most.
It's going to hurt
I think Lazard's going to go up.
Williams is a shot.
I think. Well, he's going to get traded, but I think it's going to go William. I think it's going to go Adams, Lazard, and then it's going to go Garrett Wilson, and then Mike Williams is not going to be.
That's a hot take, everybody. You want a hot take? We're going to make that a short later on. Kevin's going to make that a short. We're here thinking. He just said Devontae Adams, then Alan Lazard, and then Garrett Wilson. You heard it there first.
That's
not
ridiculous.
Here. There. You heard it there, not here.
That's the three top. That's how it's going to go down. And if you don't like it, tough shit.
That's the bottom right corner, not the rest of us. No,
I know you two love each other. So.
It might not be. It might not be this week, but I think going forward, Garrett Wilson's the two. But we'll see. We'll see. I think Conklin and Mike Williams are just totally gone.
Yep. Williams is going to be traded by the end of the week.
They're not going to trade him. They're just going to
continue.
Just
Who
kind of
cares
be
about
there.
Williams?
Yeah.
Let's go to the next
look
trade.
at the defense. Look at the defensive player that's trying to get a contract.
All right. Big one other is Amari Cooper to the Bills. This one took a lot of people by surprise, kind of. Because, most people were thinking Amari was going to the Chiefs, right? They got him for nothing. Nothing. They got him on a steal. And all of the money Amari got up front so that they could trade him. So the Bills had to pay nothing. It's literally, what was it, a third and a six?
Yeah, some.
I gotta look it up. We should have this up, but it was Amari and a 6 for I think a 3 and a 5. I'm pretty sure is what it was.
I think he also wanted to get out of there because he didn't like Watson.
Oh, Watson's terrible. It's awful.
Watson's
awful.
played as probably the worst QB in this league so far. It's disgustingly sad.
Yeah, he's played worse than
a lot.
Levis.
Oh, Will Levis.
Will Levis is pretty bad. So,
scary.
As far as how this affects, I think Njoku, this is good for him only because now you have to target the big guy in the short field. But I don't know. I'm so scared of anything Browns.
I still wouldn't go crazy and trade for.
Back.
Yeah, I think Chubb, when he comes back, he's a mystical being. He's gonna get his work done. He's gonna be great when he comes back. However, in terms of the receiving game,
pass game is non-existent.
But in terms of the receiving game, I wouldn't go trading for Jerry Jeudy. I mean, he's not that great. I mean, he will get more targets, but it's going to be spread out. It's going to be spread out to Njoku. It's going to be spread out to Elijah Moore. It's going to be spread out more, and we'll see how it goes.
Well, not Elijah Moore, but...
Well, Elijah Moore is using a lot of rushing plays as well, so they try to sneak him in a lot of different things. It's weird.
Yeah.
It's just weird. I wouldn't touch the offense except for Chubb and maybe Jeudy if you need a safer flex some days, but that's about it.
Do we really think Chubb's actually going to play this year? Because he hasn't played.
Yeah, he's coming back. He's coming back.
The Bills are requiring Amari Cooper and a 2025 6th-round pick from the Browns in exchange for a 2025 3rd-rounder and a 2026 7th-rounder. So really,
what does that mean for Shakir?
Literally nothing.
Shakir, though?
Shakir's going to still be startable in 3 wide receiver leagues.
Yes.
However, he's going to be like a wide receiver 3.
He's a
borderline
way
flex.
flex.
That's what I was using him in as a flex.
Well, he'd either be a flex in redraft, Kevin, but in Dynasty, where it's deeper and you have 3 wide receivers, it's going to be a third wide receiver or a flex. Keon Coleman now is definitely a flex, I think.
Yeah, he's scary. What I will say, though, is in Dynasty, if you're a rebuilding team, this is the best value you're ever going to get from Amari Cooper right now.
Really?
You go get him, and me and Pete especially. Sorry, Eric, you too, kind of. But me and Pete especially. Are you really in third now? All right, fine. I'll count the 3 of us. We should all go and just see how much he costs. I don't even know who has him. I think Donnie has him. But, it depends.
He's at the end of his prime. I'm okay on it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If you want to go win right now, you can buy him.
Mm-hmm. I mean, this helps Josh Allen the most. Like, Josh Allen was crying for a wide receiver. Shakir has done well, but Shakir is not a 1. He's just not.
No, I knew I know he's not
I offered
a 1, but
McLaurin for Shakir a couple weeks ago? That's dead.
I literally offered Pete Harrison Jr. for McLaurin today.
Yo, Harrison Jr. screwed me this week. He got fucking hurt.
Immediately, he got hurt too. We'll get there when we get to the games. All right, this is not really, we don't do defense, but this is such a significant player that we got to kind of touch on it. Hutchinson broke his femur. And if you watch the replay, I cannot tell where it happened.
It was a tibia and a fibula, not a femur.
He's rolling over, and then you just see his foot flop because the bones broke.
I thought it was a tibia and a fibula.
It's his fucking.
I think so. I think you're right.
It might. His leg just folds over.
That was. I saw that
scene of Harry Potter when he broke his wrist.
Yep.
Right. But it's the weirdest because usually you can see when it happens. This one, he's just rolling, and then all of a sudden it's there. I'm like,
yep.
Thank God we didn't see his bone.
That's
poor
a big
guy,
loss.
man. He was so. That's huge.
He was considered for Defensive Player of the Year.
He was killing it. He's so good.
He didn't just break one bone. He broke both bones. That's
the tibia and the fibula.
And not even it's the tib and the fib, but at the same time, all the muscles in there, you're going to be hurting. That recovery is going to be hard, and I don't know how he's going to look even when he comes back.
It's the exact same injury he had with
year,
that
you're going to have to consider a wash.
It was remember when Alex Smith had that same exact injury and it took him over a year
from that shit.
Yeah. Well, he almost died because he had a problem when he was in the surgery and he got infected.
It looked worse than Chubb's, in my opinion, almost.
Ooh.
Yeah. Well, Chubb's was mostly all knee, but
yeah.
All right, so hopefully he's good. Akers to the Vikings. Not sure it matters.
Aaron Jones.
To be honest.
That's kind of scary.
Yes.
But Aaron Jones is also back to practice.
Is he?
Is he?
Yeah, I just saw he's back to practice. Yeah, literally, he was practicing today.
I don't know. That scares me, though.
I
That's
don't
weird.
understand, unless it's just a depth play. I mean, he was he's not good. It's not affecting anybody. You're never going to start him ever.
I won't start him, yeah.
Akers is just bad. He's always kind of been there.
His hip might just be questionable more than we thought, though. We'll have to look at that. Yeah. Keep an eye on it.
Quick concussion rundown. Marvin Harrison Jr., Mike Williams avoids one. Olave, concussion. Anybody else? Not really anybody else significantly, but that basically means they're out next week.
They gotta get these helmets fixed. There's way too many concussions in the league.
It blows my mind.
They need to wear that stuff.
But every week there's like half the players get concussion.
I don't understand how they can't figure this out. But whatever. It's at least a week out. It's like kind of the standard now. Huh?
ETN is week to week.
He's still week to week.
Hamstring.
I was gonna trade for him. In one of my leagues.
Yeah, what happened to Bixby though? We'll get there when we get to the games.
Weird, yeah.
All right, let's run through the rest of the news. We hit the big three, so let me kind of blast through these. Russell Wilson's planning to start, so we'll keep an eye on that. That could be huge for George Pickens. Jordan Mason is in a non-contact jersey, so Niners' run is going to be with somebody else, most likely, one of the other two. I said Aaron Jones is back at practice. Cooper Kupp is looking to make a return this week. Aaron Richardson will start this week. Jerome Ford is week to week. Tajay Spears is week to week. Achane is in a non-contact jersey. And the Dolphins are saying Tua is going to play this year. So.
Gotta try to save the season.
Why?
It's the fans.
Whatever. All right, so I kind of said that was going to be a little bit longer of a news because couple big things happened. So unless you guys got anything else, let's just jump into the weekly review. This one we are going to blitz because a lot happened this week. So, you good?
Yep.
All right, let's roll.
The Recap Blitz.
Thursday, 49ers beat the crap out of the Seahawks, 36-24. Brock Purdy put on a show. He's awesome. I love him. Jordan Mason goes down early, but oh my God. Jordan Mason was dicing them apart before he went down. He was 9-73, and he went down in the second quarter.
Yep.
That's ridiculous. But then the backups come in, and Garendo, 10 for 99.
Flash in the pan.
What was the other one? Huh?
Flash in the pan.
Oh, yeah. No, you're not going to start him, but
He
it
had
just
that
kinda
one
shows
good
that the
run.
Seahawks run defense is non-existent.
Yeah.
Seahawks run defense is nothing. Yeah, he did have that one good run. 76 yards. Debo, 3 for 102 and a tutty. George Kittle is the tight end one on the season, 5-58 for 2 touchdowns. Ayuk kind of sort of got involved, 2 for 37. So George Kittle, you play the crap out of him until McCaffrey comes back. He's the guy right now.
I know we said that he's not coming back to November, but I don't.
He should.
I don't see him coming back till later than that. But that's just my opinion.
They're saying November, so we'll keep an eye out.
My big thing on this game is like they're so weird with like the boom busts in terms of all the 3 big guys. Samuel, Kittle, Ayuk. You have one boom bust every week. And
It's always been like that.
I know.
And then
the 49ers, if you look, I don't know if it's the O-line being so good or the Seahawks being that bad, but Purdy was untouched. Not even pressured anything.
Yeah, Purdy.
That line or that defense.
No. Look up the pressures. Purdy was pressured to hell. I'm pretty sure the Seahawks had the number 1 pressures. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that you got to look it up real quick.
But
I'm pretty sure I saw
zero
the
everything.
No, I know, but that's not right because he got pressured. I'm almost positive I saw the Seahawks pressured number 1 in the league this week, and they did not make contact with him.
Wow.
But fact check me. Geno threw the ball 52 times, completed 30 passes, 312 yards, a touchdown, 2 picks. The Seahawks were just playing catch up the whole time.
Back to being Geno.
Geno had Geno.
Yeah, Geno had a good game.
They shut down Kenny Walker and Charbonnet.
Oh my God, yeah, they did.
Like 100%. They say Kenny Walker saved his week with the touchdown, but they shut down the run game completely. 52 combined yards between the 2 of them, just non-existent.
Look at Noah Fate. He got 6 receptions for 63 yards.
You did call it.
I told you, you got to start Fate.
And you didn't start him against me.
Fans,
if you're gonna
I know. I
say
didn't
his
start him.
name right.
I know. I'm gonna say it the way I'm gonna say it. All right. To me, that's how I'm gonna say it. I mean, Lockett was the whole receiving core there.
DK got robbed.
Tight end and then.
DK
Oh my
got
God!
robbed with that
he did.
PI.
They would have made me win.
That was bad. JSN was involved. I don't know. It was just a weird thing. They were playing catch up the entire time. There's really not much to
Yeah, you're right.
sit on with this
They
one.
were they pressured
Yeah,
the
it really
Niners
was.
quarterback Brock Purdy on 28 of his 31 dropbacks, but didn't touch him once.
Yep, and didn't connect one time.
Wow.
I mean, Geno did have
Purdy
2
also scrambles really smart. He's not like panic scrambling. He's scrambling but paying attention. And he finds somebody.
The main takeaway here was Kenneth Walker, stud, even though he didn't produce that well. Jordan Mason still had that, but now he's hurt. Debo, Ayuk, boom bust, and fucking DK got robbed. Fucking DK
I'd buy low on DK so hard if you can.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, man. Because people are short.
If people are fucking selling,
memories.
that's crazy if they're selling.
Yeah, people are
They
crazy.
All right. Morning game.
London luck.
Jacksonville. Chicago. My one wrong pick of the week. Jacksonville gets beat up by Chicago. Caleb Williams has finally emerged as the guy we thought he was going to be, man. 23 of 29, 226, 4 touchdowns.
He came out swinging.
Oh, my God. He
Swinging to
threw
the
one
knees,
pick,
baby.
but who cares? He was on some shit. Cole Kmet was the guy. He's a good tight end to go pick up if you can. 5 for 70 yards, 2 touchdowns. Keenan Allen got involved, 5 for 41, 2 touchdowns. I'm not really worried about Keenan. It was just that kind of game. It's going to happen.
Where's DJ Moore? What happened to Moore?
I was going to say.
Moore had a horrible game.
I'm not worried about it.
I'm not worried about it, but I kind of got 4 points in fantasy. Not too good.
Oh, yeah, no, it sucks. I'm not saying it doesn't suck, but like I wouldn't.
Yeah, you got 4 points. I only got 4
I won't
points
freak
too.
out.
When you have three, when you have 3 big guys like that, you know, in the receiving core, it's gonna be hard to pick who's gonna boom that week. It's just gonna be hard.
Yeah, it's gonna spread. Caleb also rushed for 56 yards. So.
Love it.
Jesus. Swift 17 for 91 on the touchdown. For some reason, he learned. We literally said DeAndre Swift is bad at football, and the past 2 weeks he's like, yeah, watch this.
He showed up.
I don't know if this is going to be the Chicago Bears. I know it was against the Jaguars, so we got to kind of relax here, but they look good, man. Caleb looks like we wanted him to look, which is he finally looked like Jaden.
Yep.
So not upset.
But the question is, can he repeat himself week after week?
So now we have to wait and see.
He did well too.
Right. If he can't repeat himself, then he's just, just you know, he can. Oh, got 1 week. Ooh, yeah.
2 weeks.
We gotta see how it goes.
2 weeks. 2 weeks.
Okay. 2 weeks. Woohoo!
Relax, Danny Jones. Relax.
Cardinals fell apart. Packers. Dude, Jordan Love is something special, man. But the Cardinals are really, really bad right now.
Who would have thought? This guy. Terrible.
My God.
I don't have a hard on for Kyle Murray.
James Conner,
Yikes.
7 for 24. That's also because they were playing from behind the entire game. So
And that rain.
But Jordan Love.
It's the football. You play in the rain. You play in
You're
anything.
in a dome. You don't.
It's not like you're in baseball where they don't play in anything.
Jordan Love, 22 with 32 for 4 touchdowns and a pick, 258. Holy crap, he looks so good.
Yeah, he looks real good.
Healthy Jordan Love is fantastic. This year is great for him.
He spreads that around.
Jacobs looked good. 18. He didn't get the yardage. The yards per attempt were kind of crap. 18 for 62, but he got the volume. They also did. I don't know. It was a weird game for him. The receivers, I don't want to touch any of them except for Dobbs.
I was gonna say that if you
and
get
Reed,
Dobbs,
of course.
I really like Jaden Reed. I love Reed, but I don't know how to tell which one of these guys is going to go off and which one's not, man. Christian Watson comes back after an injury, gets a touchdown, 3 for 68. Jordan Love's just spreading the ball to everybody, at least this game. So
Dobbs was a squeaky wheel this game. He suspended last week because of what happened, so he demanded touches, and he only got three targets, and 2 of them were in the end zone. Good for him. However, I think it's Reed and then Dobbs, and then it's going to be boom or bust.
Watson.
Dobbs and Watson back and forth. But I was never really high on Wicks, but at the same time, you can't count him out in the future.
I think now Wicks is hurt too. I think he's just...
Isn't Reed hurt too? I saw that questionable.
There's something with his hamstring, I think,
I'd have to
but
look.
He'll be fine. I think he came back into the game.
If someone wants to look that up real quick.
He came back into the game. He was questionable during halftime, I believe, and then he came back in.
Did he?
For those of you who started Tucker Kraft, rip. 1 for 2. Yeah, it was just bad all the way around. Trey McBride, 8 for 96. He was the only thing going in that offense whatsoever for the Cardinals. It was just brutal. It was brutal. So we can move past that one. Packers look really, really good. And the Cardinals do not. This was a game of 2 teams that don't really matter.
That was just the carries. Kraft had 4 targets.
Okay.
So it's something not to
That's still
ignore.
not good, though.
But it's tight ends. I mean, let's be honest, in this tight end graveyard that we've been in every year.
Oh, my God. This year has been awful.
But
Evan
Ingram's back, and the first game back.
Why do you touch on? Yeah.
Why do you love him
10
so
receptions
much?
for 100+
so
yards.
good.
You nuts?
His first game back.
He's the best receiver on that team, besides Brian Thomas.
He should have never left the Giants.
On that game?
Nah, he looks great. I forgot about that. We should have touched on that.
Yep, but he looked excellent.
I just totally forgot.
Came back from injury.
He looks great.
100%.
If he's somehow sitting out there, go grab him. He shouldn't be. But
excellent.
Next one up, Colts Titans.
Yep.
This is a whole nothing burger of a game. No one cares about either of these teams. They both suck. I know the Colts are 3-3 now, but
Let's pass on this game.
Well,
Pittman Jr. had an okay game.
No, he didn't.
yeah, Petey.
Compared to Josh Downs,
3 for 35, Kevin. He had a touchdown, but
think of this.
Okay, well, I know not but he had 7. Josh Downs had 7 receiving catches for 66 yards.
And a touchdown.
He had. Well, I know that, but Pittman had 3. He had about 4 receiving catches less than him. Yes, he only had 35 yards, but he got a touchdown, and his average was way better.
His average was better.
But let me just say something, Kevin.
Doesn't matter.
Downs was targeted 9 times. Pittman was only targeted 5.
Right.
The last
Now,
week
here's where
too,
none of it
Pittman was
matters, 'cause I
targeted
think
8
me and Peter are
and
thinking
Downs
the same
was
thing.
targeted 10.
Okay,
Richardson's
fine.
playing this week.
Yep.
None of this matters.
Doesn't make sense.
This is what happens.
Richardson better play because he
what
was supposed
happens.
to play last week and he didn't play.
Alec Pierce goes to the top and Richardson plays because he just chucks it down the field, and everyone else is now
Chucks
2
it
and 3.
downfield. That might
That's
be
exactly
true.
what happens.
Taylor better
This is what's
play
been
too.
happening.
He
I don't know
Richardson and
about
Taylor
Johnny
better
T.
play next week.
Colts,
That's all I gotta say.
You're winning with Joe Flacco. You're winning
Just keep him.
almost every game with Joe Flacco. And when you put Richardson in, you lose every game.
lose.
It doesn't take
Yeah,
a
but the
genius
coach-
to figure this out.
The coach said that he
They're
is our.
building
If
for
he's
the
healthy, he's
future.
our
I get it.
starter. I don't give a shit.
I get it. But that doesn't make sense.
Do you
No,
get it
it's
because
the
you're
same
saying
thing
that
with the
Flacco is the
Steelers.
best thing since fucking sliced bread? Because you don't get. If he
Flacco's
said
better
that he's
than
starting, he's starting.
Kevin, Flacco's better than Richardson.
I'm not saying he's not. But if the coach is saying he's starting and he's younger, he's got better legs, and he's a way better running quarterback than Flacco will ever be. So if he's playing, he's starting. I don't give a shit what you
Flacco
say.
runs a 40 in 12 seconds now. He's old as shit.
Oh, okay, great.
What's the point you're making?
They drafted Richardson
point
as their
is- my point
franchise.
So they're gonna play him.
So they're
So
gonna
they're
start.
gonna play him.
If he's healthy, they're gonna play
Kevin,
him.
These coaches are tied to him. If he fails, they get fired. So they're gonna play him until something happens, one way or the other. That's
How
what's
many
gonna happen here.
years is it gonna? This is year 2.
They're gonna have one this year and maybe one more, and then people get fired. That's all they got. Will Levis
that-
sucks at
He
football.
threw a pick.
Then
obviously.
don't draft a quarterback. If
He
you think
threw
he is
a
not gonna be
Death
terrible.
taxes. Will Levis throwing a pick. Easy. He
Every time.
knocked out a ball boy.
16 for 27. He's so bad. Tony Pollard is probably the best play. He's a really good player right now because people don't think he is because it's Tony Pollard. But because this team is so bad, they just run the ball.
Tony
So
Pollard has
1793 touchdown.
He has good rushing matchups.
He's doing better than I thought he would do this year. I'll say that.
Like next week,
Yeah.
this week he's versing Buffalo.
D-Hop sucks. Nothing else really happened in this game.
Where the hell
I
was
do
Calvin
think
Ridley?
Josh Downs is going to be a safe.
Calvin Ridley.
Non-existent.
Yikes.
Yep.
He's gone.
He's not startable anymore.
He had
Nope.
8
Until
targets.
something changes,
8
I wouldn't touch him.
targets.
It's a lot of
8.
targets, but it's Will Levis.
Not a
Were they?
single
Dude,
freaking
were
catch. All he had was one rush attempt for 9 yards.
Okay.
Not a single catch.
If you
Will Levis,
if you
baby.
look at any of those targets, like 2 of them were catchable
Yeah.
out of the 8. It's
Crazy.
just bad. So, all right, we'll move on. The Texans beat the crap out of the Patriots, which is kind of what we expected. Stroud looks so good. Joe Mixon's back, 13, 102 and a touchdown. He looked great. Diggs and Dell were splitting it with our boy. Ouch. But here's the thing I'm going to take away from this game. Drake May, I know he threw 2 picks. He didn't look that bad.
Better
He looked
than
okay.
Brisket.
No, he looked okay.
He looked better than Brisket.
Demario
243,
Douglas?
3 touchdown passes, 2 interceptions. He ran for 38 yards. Demario Douglas, 6 for 92 and a tutty. He looked okay.
That's better than okay for me.
I mean,
92
yeah,
yards.
yeah,
CD,
it's
that's
still
not
not
bad.
Still
what
not
I'm
gonna
saying.
start
What
him,
I'm saying
though.
here
Still
is,
If he's on your waiver wire,
No,
you
you're not gonna
fucking
start
grab him. You grab him if he's on
get
your
him.
waiver
Yeah,
wire.
you go get him. Antonio Gibson's also really bad at
Oh,
football.
yeah. Terrible. Look at that average.
So, Mondre will be back. Yeah, I don't know. As far as the Texans go, it's just going to be a split like this until Nico comes back. There's not much you can do about it.
Tank is now definitely a startable wide receiver over flex.
The Eagles
he's at least a wide receiver
receivers,
when Nico's out.
Yep.
Right. But yeah, we don't have to sit on this. I did like the way Drake May played though. He didn't look as bad as it seems like the score doesn't reflect how he played, I don't think.
Welcome back, Joe Mixon.
Love him.
I don't.
Mixon's so good at football.
He's great at football, man. But
I love Mixon. He looks better than he did on the Bengals. He really does.
how many years they have him for?
I don't remember the contract, honestly. Probably it's a running back contract, so it's probably 1 or 2. It's not anything nuts.
Gotcha.
But yeah, no, that's kind of what we expected out of that one. Now, I expected the Bucs to beat the Saints, especially without Derek Carr. But what the hell is this? Baker Mayfield he's something, man. Bucs beat the Saints 51-27. Baker Mayfield threw 4 touchdowns, 325 yards. He threw 3 picks, but that's because they were just chucking the ball. Like, it got to the point they were just throwing shit just to see what would happen.
If you got Bucky Irving, you start him. I don't care what anybody says. 14 carries for 81 yards and a freaking touchdown. Let's go, baby.
What about Sean Tucker?
Well, shit, Sean Tucker had the same exact.
For 136 yards.
No, I know, 136 yards. I was going to get there. But he also did have 1 touchdown. I mean, he did have more targets. He did have 36 compared to 31.
Here's the issue with this game. If you started anyone but Chris Godwin in the receiving game, you lost.
Yeah, Mike Evans, what the hell?
Mike Evans was non-existent. Chris Godwin, 11 for 125 and 2 touchdowns.
Didn't Mike Evans get hurt, though?
Came back, though.
He did.
He was
and then, he was on the sideline.
Maybe that could be why he wasn't getting
No,
it.
it was
They
Lattimore.
didn't need him, though.
There's a bad history with
It was one of
Lattimore.
those, like, why?
But
Yeah.
peep the box score real quick. 27 points scored in the second quarter for the Saints. Is that like a record or something?
Oh,
It might be.
yeah.
That's
maybe.
that's
And they
crazy.
didn't take their foot off the gas. 20 points in the fourth.
No,
They
that's
just
the
kept
Bucks. That's the Bucks.
pushing.
That's the Bucks.
Yeah. The Saints.
Oh, I'm
the
sorry.
Saints
I'm
got
sorry.
Saints got all their
27
points.
I think it was a lot of defense.
Yeah, the Saints got all their points
There's
in
a
that.
lot
Okay.
of defensive things I think happened.
I think
Crazy.
you're just avoiding Tampa Bay's backfield
Yeah, no,
until
I'm
you know
saying-
what's going
what
on
I'm
in
saying
Tampa
is
Bay's
the Bucs-
backfield.
Right.
I
The
mean-
Bucs didn't take their foot off the gas was my point with that.
How come Kamara didn't do anything?
How are you going
40
to run the ball when you're down 30 points?
I mean, yeah, I know that, but
Tampa
still.
Bay's defense is pretty good against.
That's what happened.
Rushing and receiving.
Yeah,
they're
that
good
too.
defense. They're an
I think
underrated.
And I
got
mean,
away-
he got a touchdown, but
I know. I think they got away from their plan. So
yeah, this is just a beatdown start to finish. You can't do anything with the Saints except for Kamara until Derek Carr comes back, and now Olave is going to be out a week with a concussion, so it's just blech. All right, moving on. The Browns and the Eagles. Both of these teams suck. The Eagles should have beat the crap out of the Browns.
Saquon disappointed.
And the Browns suck. Deshaun Watson might be the worst quarterback in the NFL right now.
In the football.
in the football,
In the football.
in the football.
It's close.
I mean, you got.
It's him and Will Levis.
I mean, listen. Watson's been in the league a lot long. He should
Maybe
be playing
Bryce
much
Young.
better than he's played in the last this whole year. So
Yeah, not good.
Dude. Deshaun Watson, 16 to 23, 168, and that's it.
5 sacks.
The running game sucks. You can't do anything with that until Chubby comes back. Amari Cooper left after this game, so Jerry Jeudy 1 for 35.
Oof.
If he's available, you go pick him up, but
I have a question. When Chubb comes back, who is going to be the second back after Chubb? Is it going to be Strong, or are they going to do
Ford if he's healthy.
Strong. Foreman lost his job. I think Foreman lost his job.
Ford if he's healthy.
Foreman had 10. Foreman had 10 carries for 31 yards. I mean, I know Strong had more touches, but
Foreman's just not look good either. I don't know.
It goes
I don't
Chubb,
know that it's going to
Ford,
matter.
Strong,
It's going to be a
Foreman.
Chubb show. It's going to be the Chubb show.
Yep.
Jalen Hurts, 16 to 25, 264, and 2 touchdowns. He ran for 33 yards. He looked fine. Barkley got shut down, but the Browns defense is still relatively Browns defense-y.
I think teams have figured out the Eagles' plan for the year about giving the ball to Barkley, and they're screwing themselves.
Yeah, but then how come AJ went 6 for 116 on the touchdown?
They need to flip the program around. And I think
Devonta Smith went 3 for 64 on the
I
touchdown.
think Myles Garrett came back and he's
a
healthy. He's healthier, Myles Garrett, and he played well.
Yeah. I think it really is the Browns' run defense is just still good.
No, you're not wrong, but I think that Eagles need to be more of a passing team than a running team. I think.
Well,
yes.
Yeah, the reason Barkley was going so off was also because AJ was hurt, and then Devonta was hurt, and then they were both hurt.
Right. Look, Hurts he still is got great legs on him for but I think they're going to be a passing team from the rest of the year. I think
they're going to pass the ball a lot more than they've been.
Not next week.
Teams have figured out what their plan is and figured out Barkley, so they can figure him out in the Giants. But
who they got next week?
The Giants and Barkley is going to be.
Eagles game?
Yep.
Yeah, that game's gonna be a disaster.
Yeah,
don't even worth watching it.
This game was really fun. The Commanders go to Baltimore and they almost pulled it off.
Let's go Daniels, baby!
Oh my God, Jaden Daniels, rookie of the year, and if he's not, sue somebody because my God, 24 of 35, 269, 2 touchdowns, no picks. His just perfect streak continues. He's so incredible. Freaking good. He ran for 22 yards.
Makes
Kevin,
me hard, baby.
You need to go laugh in Victor's face.
Oh, I want
over and over.
Oh, I want to, baby.
Oh my God, it's one of those. You never know, but you won. Like,
oh yeah.
You never know.
I've taken his whole entire head and I twisted it around and popped it off.
Okay, hold on, calm down. No, you didn't. At the time, it looked like you made a bad move.
I know that. I know. But now,
we didn't know that Jaden Daniels was going to be the freaking phenom.
But CMC is hurt, and I got the second pick, and I got Daniels, baby. So, woohoo!
But, yeah, he looks great. Austin Eckler's, I think he's done, man.
Old.
Yeah.
You're going against Baltimore,
Zach
too. Baltimore's
4 for
defense is pretty good against the run.
Yeah, Baltimore's run defense, you cannot do anything.
You're practicing against Derrick Henry half the time, probably.
We talk about good. Scary Terry McLaurin.
King Henry,
we
baby.
said it.
Terry.
We said it in the beginning of the year.
Terry.
Scary Terry.
Yeah, we did.
And then you had Zane Flowers with a 9 receiving.
Why aren't you afraid to start him, Petey? Why aren't you afraid to start him?
Oh, no, in the beginning, it was rough. Right?
Yeah.
He was getting...
I wanted him.
Yeah, in the beginning, he wasn't getting anything, and then they figured it out, man.
But I still
Terry
held on to
McLaurin's
him.
great.
I still said it.
He's so good. He finally has a quarterback. I'm so happy for
Never
this
sent me
guy,
a trade that day.
because he hasn't had anything for so long.
I mean, we said it preseason. I think Scary Terry will be one of the best receivers in the league. And it was shaky in the beginning, but here he is.
You got a rookie. Give him a couple games to figure it out, and that's exactly what's happening.
Daniels gets... Scary Terry is an all-pro receiver. There you go. Just put 2 and 2 together.
Boom. Yep. And then he's got Zach Ertz kind of doing some stuff now down in the low. 4 for 68. Noah Brown got involved. But it just wasn't enough. Lamar Jackson, 20 of 26 for 323. A touchdown and a pick. Derrick freaking Henry, man. I feel like we're having the same conversation. I'm having deja vu. He should be Offensive Player of the Year at the rate we're going. 24 for 132 and two touchdowns.
Beast.
Unreal.
Yeah.
Beast.
He's ridiculous. He's ridiculous. Lamar Jackson also ran for 40. Zay, like you were saying, Kev, 9 for 132. Didn't get a touchdown, but he looked good. Mark Andrews finally popped out of the ground.
Finally.
I mean, look,
3 for 66 and a touchdown. Where the hell is he
Someone dropped him in the league I'm in. Like, they straight up dropped him.
That's ridiculous.
I want to be in that league.
Bateman did pretty well, too.
Damn it.
4 for 71.
Yeah, he's too scary to start ever, though. He's so hit and miss.
Oh, yeah. He's just like Hollywood Brown.
I got more from the Commanders here than I did the Ravens. The Ravens did Raven shit. The fact that the Commanders went into Baltimore and held up is kind of like showing, okay, they're for real. They're not like, they're playing top tier teams and they're keeping up. So that's cool. This next one, what? Go ahead.
NFC East, this might be the winner out of that division. I mean, the rest of the teams are pretty.
We'll get to the Cowboys.
Oh,
we'll get to the Cowboys.
Okay.
I'm totally okay with saying the Redskins might be the best team in that division right now. 100%.
No, you're. Oh yeah.
Sorry, I said Redskins.
Yeah, it's like how I say Indians for the Cleveland Commanders.
The Chargers beat Denver 23-16. No good things came out of this game except for J.K. Dobbins, I think. Justin Herbert 21-34 for a 237 and a touchdown. That's not bad for him. J.K. 25 for 96 and a touchdown. I'm glad he's finally coming back. He's really young too, so like for him to be coming back now is kind of cool to watch.
I was actually surprised how like Herbert played against Denver, because Denver's defense has been pretty good against like wide receivers and receiving like people, but Herbert actually played pretty well against them. I was surprised.
Yeah, no picks.
No,
well, was Surtain out? Surtain was out.
He was out?
So that's a big part of it,
sure
too.
about that?
Yeah, he was out.
Really?
Yep. Mm-hmm. That's a big part of
Herbert
it.
looked good, looked competent. He looked like a good game manager.
Yeah.
Nothing crazy, but...
Yeah, the O-line gave him a little bit more time to actually go through his
was
reads.
out. Oh,
He's not
shit.
just like, no,
he suffered a concussion during
that
the
was
game.
a big part of it.
He suffered a concussion during the game.
Yeah, he went out, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
I think it was relatively early, though.
Okay.
Which that definitely played a part. Bo Nix, Sean Payton can lick him up and down all he wants. He's not that great.
Yeah.
19 of 33, 216, 2 touchdowns and a pick. It's not the worst thing ever. He ran for 61, so fantasy-wise, he's holding up fine. I don't know if it's Bo Nix himself or if it's just the team around him is that bad, because they're not.
Sutton. I mean, that's really it.
Right. So I don't know if it's that. I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna go with Sean Payton knows more about football than me, so maybe Bo Nix has something, and it really is just the team. I don't know. That's kind of it for this one. This was not
him for a reason.
Good game to watch. We don't have to sit on this.
I still Javonte is like he's not exciting to start, but he is, getting the majority of those carries. With Bo Nix starting though, he's, Bo Nix has been a great rusher, but Javonte is, the check down guy, and he's the running back one. I think there was Jaleel McLaughlin was, McLaughlin, whatever you call it. Well, his last name I forgot.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, no disrespect, but
they need
there was a lot
back.
of talk with
I
him
think they
being
just
there.
Need a good running back.
Yeah, I think Javonte's got that backfield, but we'll see what happens.
All right, Steelers beat a broken down Raiders team. Justin Fields. Oh, yeah, buddy.
He played all right.
14 of 24, 145. 145 yards passing.
He's a good running back.
Well, he got 59. Yeah,
he's a good running back.
59 yards in the rushing and 2 touchdowns.
Send him to the Broncos. Let him be their running back.
He's like Lamar Jackson. Poor man's Lamar Jackson.
Throw. Lamar can throw.
Poor man.
Please. Okay, poor
man's. Poor man. All right, here.
Homeless.
Him and Kyler Murray are more similar.
Homeless
How's that?
man.
Him and Kyler Murray are similar.
He's
Justin Fields.
Okay, it's not dwell. We debate
he's
all the time.
He's losing his job. Russ is probably starting this week.
We'll see.
I think it's over. They're saying he is starting, but
to the one defense, they're winning with Justin Fields. So I get if they don't start him, but I think Wilson's a better quarterback.
Look at who they've played.
I know.
Look at who they've played.
I know. Every game's been like a boring. The teams don't score.
They've played no one.
I'm excited to see.
Dude, when they played the Chargers, Justin Herbert didn't play.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see what happens with Russell Wilson.
We'll see.
Russell Wilson has more of a ceiling.
Not with that old line looking the way they look.
Fields is maybe. We'll see. It depends. Is this the Seahawks Russell Wilson or is this the Broncos Russell Wilson? That's what matters.
He's 35 years old.
Held it together. 14 to 106. Yeah. Najee 14 106 and a touchdown. He looked good. Warren, I'm pretty sure got hurt. So done. Pickens 3 for 53. He's very upset with his life right now. But we'll see what happens when Russ gets there. the Raiders just look broken. The only good thing about the Raiders, especially with Devontae leaving, Brock Bowers may be the best tight end to go grab right now. Because George Kittle is waiting for Christian McCaffrey to come back, and he's going to go down. Brock Bowers has nothing in front of him now, except for he is the wide receiver, tight end 1 in this offense.
You have to trade for him.
And their running game sucks.
It's the same thing that happened with Kelsey.
So he's what they got.
Same thing that happened with Kelsey. When Rashee Rice went down, Kelsey went back to his normal
of the Raiders.
Yep.
He's the Kelsey of the Raiders. So he's massive. You can go get him. Try. See what it's going to cost. It might cost you everything. It might not. I don't know. But all right.
Who would you rather have, Kelsey or Brock Bowers?
Bowers.
Kelsey.
In
I would
what?
take Bowers.
Like redraft?
Half PPR, redraft.
yeah, that
We're just
matters.
talking redraft. No tight end
Bowers.
premium.
I would take Kelsey.
No, I'm taking Kelsey there.
I'm taking.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
me
taking
too.
Kelsey all the way.
I'd take the shot.
Just because
I would
Rice
take the
is
shot.
dead, so it's just going to be at the Kelsey show.
Still Pacheco, too.
Yeah, but Kelsey still hasn't have a good.
Now that Cooper's
Kelsey's
also
still
out
not
of the
having a
picture,
good
I might
game
agree with you
season.
guys. Like,
Adams.
with Cooper, a possibility.
Adams.
But now that he's out. All right. We're here. I don't really know what to say here. I'm going to let you guys kind of take this one. The Lions spanked the Cowboys. And it looked like the Cowboys liked it. Jared Goff didn't even have to play good, but he did. 18 for 315 and 3 touchdowns. Monty and Gibbs split it once again. 80 yards for Monty, 63 for Gibbs. Monty's getting the touchdowns, however. Jamison Williams, 3 for 76 and a touchdown. It just, Amon-Ra wasn't really a thing. But
He got a touchdown, didn't he?
what the hell?
Amon-Ra got a touchdown, didn't he?
Did he?
No.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know if he did.
Regardless.
Yeah, he got a touchdown.
What? Did he? Okay.
37 yards.
What happened to Dak?
4 receptions.
Yeah, so it was serviceable, but nothing
That
great.
got exposed. I mean,
Dak got smacked.
Dak got hurt. 17 for 178, 2 picks that were egregious, by the way. They were not like, oh no, a tip ball. They were like horrendous picks.
Yep.
Run game non-existent. Rico 5 for 25, Zeke 8 for 17.
we
Good
saw this one
lord.
coming though. The Lions' defensive line is crazy.
Oh, it's great. Well, even with Hutchinson out, they were still holding up. Well, at that point, they were going to run the ball anyway. CD 7 for 89, no touchdowns. Dude, Dak was so bad. Like, I don't know who else to blame on this. It was really, Dak played terrible.
No excuses.
Dallas D
There's
too.
none.
No.
Oh, terrible
Dallas defense too. I mean, they were literally throwing to. I think they threw to an lineman like 3 times during that game.
Dallas defense is not good.
The Lions threw
they're
to
not.
3
Why?
linemen.
Because Dan Quinn left. Mike Zimmer came in. Mike Zimmer showing his age. Doesn't look too sharp. Bad schemes. So
It's bad.
they didn't really lose anyone, right?
It's really-
They have Trayvon Diggs. They have Hooker.
Yeah.
So
You know, they just suck. The defense is
not
bad.
good.
They're not like everyone goes, ooh, Dallas defense.
Nope, not anymore.
That is a past thing,
I
man.
told Mitchell to sit him, but he didn't listen to me. -1 point.
But he still won, didn't he?
Yep.
But yeah, let's not talk
yeah.
about it.
Oh yeah.
Lovely.
Marvin Harrison got a concussion.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I'm burned.
I regret trading Montgomery.
No, you don't.
It's okay.
You're-
I do.
You regret everything,
You
man.
should.
Everything you regret.
I traded him to you. I
There's
should
a lot
regret
of-
it.
Listen, I'm keeping this thing, PG. There's a lot of things I regret in my life, but I'm not going to bring them up on this podcast. So, okay.
I love
moving
you.
on.
All right.
Same.
Same.
The The Falcons beat the crap out of the Panthers. We're not going to sit on this one either. That was expected. This is what we kind of knew was going to happen. Andy Dalton is not playing good. Chuba is the only offensive piece. Him and Deontay are the only things in this offense you can do anything with. Chuba 18 for 92. Deontay 6 for 78 and a touchdown, and we're out.
Bijan woke up.
Bijan woke up. Kirk Cousins 19 of 30 for 225 and a touchdown. He looked good. Like nothing crazy, but he looked good. Bijan and Algier split it pretty evenly. 105 yards for Algier, 95 for Bijan, 1 touchdown for Algier, 2 for Bijan. Good for both. Not upset. No one really played Algier, but if you had to flex him, you got real happy.
I've called that.
Drake London 6 for 74 and a tutty. Huh? No, you didn't. He probably did. Kyle Pitts 3 for 70. Darnell Mooney 3 for 38. He finally had a down week. But yeah, I mean, it's against the Panthers, so I'm not overreacting to the Falcons offense here, but
Drake London, though,
that's kind of,
this is breakout season.
I wouldn't call it a breakout. He's having a good season.
Can't
I don't know
target
that
him
I
10
call it a
times.
breakout yet.
Kirk Cousins
He's like
season.
the 5th wide receiver right now.
I want more. All right. Bengals Giants. This was kind of weird because you expect the Bengals to actually do something, and they won. But like, where's the offense, dude?
Giants defense.
Joe Burrow, 19. Yeah, Giants defense is coming out of nowhere. They look good. Joe Burrow, 19 to 28, 208, no touchdowns, no picks. Chase Brown, 10 for 53 in a tutty. Joe Burrow ran one in from the fucking 50-yard line down the right side. That's crazy. We forget. Coming out of college, his legs was a big deal. And then he got hurt immediately, and he hasn't really run since then. So you forget. He's actually got some speed to him. T. Higgins, 7 for 77. Jamar Chase, 5 for 72. Yoshiva, 2 for 36. So,
Yeah.
you know,
Higgins and Chase,
the Giants
think
defense
are
just
like,
look good.
I don't know. Would you consider them both wide receiver ones at this point after the last 2 games when they play together, or is Higgins still just like the safest
T
wide
and
receiver
Chase,
2
I
in
don't know.
history?
He's safe. No, he's safe.
Yeah, I think it's
he's
more that.
definitely safe.
He's safe. Daniel Jones, 22 of 41, 205, and a pick. So he looked like Daniel Jones. Ran for 56 yards. Tyrone Tracy, that train stalled, 7 for 50. He got a touchdown, but or 17 for 50. 17 for 50 is bad. Slayton 6 for 57. Tracy caught 57 yards. Wandale 5 for 50. There was just no offense in this game whatsoever.
Terrible.
Slayton's leading the league in drops too.
Oh, that's good. I don't know. Just blech. This game was supposed to be fun because I like watching the Giants get beat up a little bit, but this didn't feel like they got beat up because they held the Bengals down. It was just a boring back and forth nothing.
Yep.
So
We almost went to this game too. This is one of the games I asked Kevin, "Hey, want to go to this one?" Luckily, we didn't go. That would have been terrible.
that was
No, that
not
would have been
the one.
That would have been a debacle if we went to this game.
We should go to a
did
Jets
not been
game
the one.
soon. We should go to a Jets game soon now that Adams
All
and
right.
Rodgers are back together.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna
That's
say
not a
I'm
bad
down for
idea. That's not a bad idea.
that. Speaking of the Jets, this game was fun.
Oh yeah, it was fun.
However, this is a fun
I
game to
didn't-
watch. Do not talk about the refs, Kev. Save
No,
it.
no,
Save
I'm not. But I didn't really watch. Okay, all right, fine. I'll leave it. I'll leave it where I'm at.
You got a corner coming. Josh
I
Allen,
got a
19,
nice hot corner.
19 to 25 for 215, 2 touchdowns, serviceable. He looked good. They didn't really have a lot of offense. Like the Jets defense held them relatively well. So did the refs. Ray Davis, 20 for 97. That's just Cook being out. That's going to happen. Kincaid for 6 for 51. This whole receiving thing's about to change. So you can't put a lot of stock in this because Amari Cooper's going to come in and be the guy. 100%. Same thing with the Jets. Aaron Rodgers, 23-35 for 294, 2 touchdowns and a pick. Breece Hall finally woke up, 18 for 113. He also caught 5 balls for 56 yards. He looked great. Oh my God, they're finally using the guy. Alan Lazard 6 for 114 and a touchdown. Garrett Wilson 8 for 107 and a touchdown. The offense looked a lot better here. And with Devontae, they're going to look even better. This week might be a little weird because he's got 5 days to get ready. So it depends on how much different the offense is to when they were in Green Bay together. Because Hackett and Rodgers have essentially the same thing happening. So like he should be easily able to move in here, but we'll see.
So does anyone else think it's weird?
This was a fun game.
Anyone else think it's weird how, a lot of people were picking up Ty Johnson and then Ray Davis comes in and steals everything?
Yeah, a little weird.
A lot of people were picking up Ty Johnson. And then, I don't know how to feel about Garrett Wilson after Devontae comes in, but I do think that he'll get better, targets because Devontae should get covered, the first coverage, right? From the defense?
In theory, yeah.
Right?
But they're smart. They scheme smart enough that they're not going to just let one be on one.
But some people might not think that. Garrett Wilson owners might be a little down, and I'd buy the low on the fact that Adams is going there.
You probably can.
Confident.
You got to go. You got to shop it out, see what happens. I think Lazard takes a bigger bump than Garrett does.
Oh yeah.
But I think.
Oh yeah.
I think he might still be flexible. You got to see kind of how this plays out. But both these teams are going to be better for both of the trades. I think they're both going to look a lot better offensively for sure.
Tyler Conklin's young, who's lost a little value there too.
He's lost all the value. Yeah. He's got none left. Yeah. So that's kind of where we're at. I think it also opens up the lane for Brees because you're going to have a linebacker falling back to cover because now you got more to cover. So you're going to have bigger holes. I think Brees benefits from this actually. But we'll see. So, I don't know. We kind of blew through that one pretty quick. That was good.
One thing about the Jets,
not too shabby.
The stats are kind of padded here. Aaron Rodgers got that one Hail Mary touchdown, which was lucky throw.
That's the Lazard.
Great catch, lucky throw. So that gave him an extra touchdown. He did fumble it, but they said it wasn't a fumble. You see that play? Where his arm was going forward, and then he brings it back, and then he lets go. I'm like, dude.
Yep.
I get that's a fumble. I don't care.
Okay. We can kind of touch the refs in this game.
Oh my God, it was awful.
Need to be. They need to put them back through college or whatever they
Ref
do.
School, whatever the hell it is. Yeah.
They called every single bullshit thing that you can call
on both sides.
So on both sides. They didn't favor one or the other. It was just awful across the board. If you went to this is the OSHA of football. You got that guy coming in from OSHA who goes, everything needs to be perfectly by the book. That's these refs. Everything was perfectly done by the book. That's not what we want to see on football games. At all. It's just awful. This roughing the passer crap needs to stop.
Tackle someone, don't put your weight on them. What do you want them to do?
You can't move your body as you're falling. You're just
falling. If they
falling.
try to do that, they're going to hurt themselves trying to not put the weight on them. Right. Yeah, so it's just not. It's counterintuitive. That
is one of my least favorite things that they're doing. That and the goddamn illegal motion crap. But the pass interference, or not, the roughing the passer calls are so out of hand. It's unbelievable. Keep it below the knee, neck up. I'm here for it. Fine. But this, I'm falling and you land on. Fuck off. Give me a break, man. That's insanity.
There's one rule I can't stand. I know it's not about refs. It's that stupid freaking kicking rule with the lining. Yeah, no, the landing zone, and you have to tell how you have to tell. I know this is not we're talking. I know we're not talking about refs. It's not about refs.
It's failed. They'll switch back next year. It's failed.
And you got to tell the other team you're doing an onside kick.
That'll switch back next year. I almost guarantee you. This was a failed experiment.
Failure is an understatement.
All right. Well, that is it for our review. Yeah. Kevin.
Yeah,
you gotta lighten the mood. We're all a little antsy with this ref talk. No one likes refs.
There is not relaxing on
Mom,
the Kevin.
cover your ears, Mom.
No, I'll keep it PG. I've learned my lesson from last week, all right?
All right.
The chat blew up in my favor.
All right, Kevin's corner.
All right, everybody, we got a hot corner today. It's about the Cowboys and the fucking Jets. Okay, let's start with the Cowboys first, all right? The Cowboys, with Jerry Jones, what the fuck are you doing? You're getting on all these radio stations and saying all this cockamamie shit. Your team fucking sucks, man. You got the highest paid player in the league, and he went. Yeah, and then you have Ezekiel Elliott, right? What the fuck is this guy doing? Bull massive. He needs to go. He should never been re-signed. He should have stayed where he was in the depths of hell. Okay, Dak, you are a $60 million player. You should be playing like a $60 million player, not playing like a $2 million player. You gotta be throwing the ball. You gotta be doing your shit. What was the numbers again?
Not
what was the
good.
numbers again? Hold on, let me get it up.
Zeke?
I don't know Zeke's in Dallas backfield, Kevin. I don't know how he's been.
Zeke in the backfield is trash. I'm talking about Dak.
He threw 2 picks.
2 picks, 178 yards.
Garbage, man. It was absolute garbage. I don't give a shit who the hell you are. And then Jerry Jones goes on the radio and says, I don't remember what he said, but it was some cockamamie thing. The defense is trash. The offense is debauchable, and then you have the Q. Oh, it's just that team. I don't care. They should never have a name saying they're the best team, or the nation's team, or whatever the fuck they're called. Oh, fuck that shit. I can't stand it. Now back onto the Jets. All right, you got Aaron Jones, who's got his pistol whip around the owner. He's got his hand around the reason that the bald man what's his name Zolakis. What was his fucking name? I forgot his name. Regardless, the head coach, right? There's a reason why he's not there anymore. And then you bring in Devontae Adams and you go on Pat McAfee with the football in his hand and go, hey, I'm here, walking like he's walking with the normal hammy. His hammy's gonna be perfectly fine. The reason he was not allowed to play was because he wanted to get traded and he didn't have a chance in hell. He was like, I'm not playing. Trade my ass so I don't get hurt so I can make my millions. Okay, bullshit. Woody Johnson should not be allowed to own a team. It's absolutely garbage. I can't stand it. Roger Goodell needs to do something about it. That I'm done. I'm boiled over. Peace out, bitch.
How PG do we think that actually was? I'm not entirely sure.
Best corner to date. Best corner
That was a
to
good
date.
corner. I don't have a clue what he said.
I'm fucking lost.
He said Aaron Jones. Oh. Debauchable.
I said Rodgers. I got my blood boiling, man. I don't give a
Good job,
shit.
Kev. Really,
You said your
shit,
piece.
man.
You
It's
said your
ridiculous.
piece.
Good job, Kev.
So what actually did you say?
What I said was Aaron Rodgers should not be allowed to run a team, and the Cowboys are a terrible. They're all god awful. They got the highest paid player. The league. I get the money issue, but he was horrible this week.
All right, that makes sense.
Their defense has been terrible.
Facts.
I mean, the whole team, and then the whole team is just terrible. They need to just sell the team.
Love it. So Cowboys suck. Aaron Rodgers sucks.
Aaron Jones.
Got it. And Aaron Jones. All right, Pete.
Woo!
Hit us with some knowledge and factual information, please. Let's get into Petey's corner. Petey's corner. I gotta stop doing that.
I don't want a
Petey's
corner.
picks.
I don't want whatever that was.
It's Petey's picks. Let's go.
Over-unders and bets of the week.
Guys, we did it. 3-0.
Woo!
You know what that calls for?
Yeah, pickles?
Is that pickles?
Yes.
1 second.
or where's the buttermilk ranch? We need the buttermilk ranch.
This is what I call the perfect pickle. We didn't only win
Yeah,
one.
baby.
Oh, he's pickling it up.
We didn't win
Big
two.
bite there.
We won 3.
Kevin, take Kevin, take notes.
I would have deep throated it.
I wish I saw 3 pickles in there.
Oh, the pickles.
I told me to take notes. I took
Done
notes.
three pickles at one time.
So excited.
That was a good pickle. That was a tasty pickle. Want to know why? We went
Is it
undefeated
dill pickle?
in week 6. It wasn't even close. We got the Buccaneers -3 at the Saints. Covered that easy. It was 51-27. We called it. It didn't matter who the quarterback was. Spencer Rattler was no match for Baker Mayfield. And it was only -3. I could not believe the line. Easy hammer. Easy dub. On to the next one. I called out the Vegas odds makers. How are the Lions -3 against the Cowboys? It doesn't make sense. Is it because the Cowboys are America's team? That's why the line was so low? They blew out the Cowboys 47-9, sweat-free. Another one that's sweat-free. And our final win, Bills -2 at the Jets. This one looked closer than it was. We win, we cover, but only by a point. The final score was 23-20, but Aaron Rodgers got lucky with that Hail Mary pass. That was all luck. Really, it was all Lazard who made the effort to catch that ball. A lot of blown calls. But hey, we get the dub. A win is a win. So we go 3-0. Right? Amazing. That brings our record to the year 9-9. We are even, boys. And we're going to take the profit this week coming up. I want another pickle, and it's coming. It's coming next week. So let's kick it off with my first pick for week 7. So you look around, right? My room, right, is dedicated towards the Vikings. I've loved the Vikings ever since Randall Cunningham, the Dante Culpepper era. But I'm taking the Lions +2.5 at Minnesota. Wow. I'm doing it. The quarterbacks, it's Goff versus Darnold. Listen, I'm not drinking the Darnold Kool-Aid. The last game he played against the Jets did not look good. He threw 1 pick and no touchdowns. Goff has looked lights out. He threw 3 touchdowns, no picks against Dallas. So give me Goff here. I think Goff's the better quarterback out of Darnold and Goff. I think Goff is just a better quarterback. Darnold has been sufficient. He's been a game manager, but Goff has just been electric. Running backs. So we talked about this last week. The two-headed monster. Again, they shredded Dallas defense. We got Monty and Gibbs versus who? Ty Chandler. Aaron Jones is back to practice. I don't think he's going to play. If he does play, he'll be banged up. So Monty and Gibbs, huge lean. The Lions' offensive line has been elite, and I expect them to continue to be elite. So heavy lean towards the running backs and the Lions. Wide receivers, we have Amon-Ra, Laporta, and Jameson Williams versus JJ and Addison. That's a tough one. And I think I'll call it a wash. I think JJ is the best receiver in the league, but Amon-Ra is not far behind, and Jameson Williams and Addison are comparable. It's really Laporta versus the tight ends. We don't know. I don't think TJ Hawkinson's playing. So I think it gives them a slight edge, the Lions. Tiny edge. Coaches, they've both been pretty great this year. Dan Campbell, you know how I feel about Dan Campbell. He cries all the time. Versus O'Connell.
Crybaby Dan.
Versus O'Connell. O'Connell's been good, but we've seen what he's done in the past. He lets up on these games when they're ahead. And you cannot do that with this Lions team. The Lions will run up the score. They're aggressive. They want to go for your throat. So O'Connell needs to make a mental note of that if he wants to win. So tiny lead towards Campbell, even though I hate you, Campbell. I hate you. Fun fact. The Lions have covered the last 7 games against the Vikings. That's a big stat. 7 consecutive games against the Vikings they're covering. I'm shocked the Lions are getting 2.5 here. I would think that, Lions would be favorite slightly, but they're not. So, give me the Lions +2.5 at my beloved Vikings. Boys, let's hear it.
Love it.
I hate to say it, but you're right.
I'm on the opposite side.
Oh, okay. We'll get to you.
How can you?
Goff is better than Darnold. Let me run through real quick because I agree. Goff's better than Darnold. Monty and Gibbs better than Chandler. Monroe and Laporta. I think the Vikings win that.
Not by much.
It's close.
Not by much.
Oh man, yeah.
Laporta and who's the
not
tight
by
end
much,
at
but I
Vikings
think
right
the
now?
Vikings.
Exactly. It was Hawk, but now
Right.
it's
So then you have
It's Johnny
Jefferson,
Munt.
and then you have Amon-Ra, and you have Jameson Williams on the Lions as well. Can't forget about
Yeah,
J-Mo.
exactly.
And yeah, you have Addy, but Jameson Williams and Addy cancel each other out. Amon-Ra and Jefferson
It's
pretty
more
much cancel each other
for
out. And then
the
you have Laporta.
quarterback for me.
Yeah.
I think it's more quarterback related.
I mean,
me,
we also have to see how
the better
Aiden
quarterbacks
Hutchinson-
throwing to these receivers
What do you mean? He's dead.
affects.
I know, that's what I
He's
mean.
not-
Like, that might affect it. Like, that.
Oh.
Well, we kind of saw it a little bit after he got out because he kind of.
Well, they weren't gonna run. They were so far down that they couldn't run the ball that game too. I really am hungry. Kevin, why do
I
you
want my
not
pickles.
agree?
All right, so I'm
got the best ones,
I'm
too.
taking the Vikings for this game. I think the Vikings they're a better team. I like Darnold over Goff. I want to take the Darnold honeymoon suite with him. I think he's been keep that pickle in your freaking mouth, all right? I think that I like Darnold over Goff. I think that I want to stay on that I just said it that honeymoon take. I like Monty and Gibbs over Chandler 100%. I'm all on I'm on St. Brown and Laporta train. I want to see Crybaby lose a game for once. But I just have a hunch.
But then he might cry more.
He might, but I have a hunch that the Vikings are going to take that game, and I like.
Well,
I
we'll
think
see,
you
man.
are completely
We'll see.
wrong, especially about the.
I know you think I'm wrong on like 90% of my life, so regardless.
Accurate.
It's a quarterback doesn't make sense. Everything else,
I have I have a love-hate relationship for Sam Darnold. Okay.
okay. We'll leave it at that. All right, cool.
That's because he's on your team.
Yeah.
All right, what else you got,
Next
Pete?
pick. This one is my most questionable. I'm not too confident in this one, but here it goes. I got the Seahawks at Falcons. Falcons -3. We got Geno Smith versus Kirk Cousins. Let's not kid ourselves here. Geno Smith looks like the Geno Smith of old. He does not look good. He looks frazzled. He's throwing these, crazy interception balls. Kirk Cousins getting momentum. He's throwing 500 yards a game. I mean, he looks productive. If the Falcons go down a couple scores, I know Kirk Cousins will bring him back. Because all of a sudden, Kirk Cousins is clutch when he's in Atlanta. So, wow. So, yeah, I'm giving the lean towards Kirk Cousins, and it's not close. And I hate to say it, I think I loved Geno a couple of years ago, but it's not looking good. The next, we have the running back battle. We have Kenny Walker versus Bijan Robinson. They're both really good running backs. I'm not sure who I would give the edge to. I would call it a push. I really would. I love Kenny Walker, but Bijan showed me last game he's still that guy. And I'll call it a push there. Yeah, Algier, yeah. Algier is better than Charbonnet. So, I can see that. Wide receivers, we have DK Metcalf and JSN versus Drake London, Kyle Pitts, and Mooney. So DK Metcalf's definitely the best receiver here, but he keeps getting screwed out of these balls. And it's a slight lean towards the Seahawks. I can't discount DK here that much, but it's a slight lean. London has looked good this year, as Eric stated before. Pitts, boomer bust. Mooney has been surprisingly good this year. So I give a slight lean just because of DK to the Seahawks there. The coaches, we have Mike McDonald versus Raheem Morris. Raheem Morris has more experience in the league. Mike McDonald looked lost against the 49ers last week. He looks confused. And this is at Falcons. This is not your home 12-man stadium. This is at Atlanta, where the dome is rumbling. I think Morris is the lean here. Fun fact, the Seahawks have failed to cover the spread the last 8 out of 9 games, just in general. They're terrible at covering the spread, and the Falcons can put up points. So, give me the Falcons, -3. Fellas?
I'm agreement. I
Yep.
like Walker and I like Bijan together.
Yeah, they're both good, right?
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
great. They're both great. That's what I meant. Sorry.
Yeah. No, they're both great. I'm gonna tell you right now, the the biggest issue I have with Bijan is Algier.
Yep.
If he wasn't there, Bijan would be unbelievable.
Yep.
So, like, Charbonnet is not affecting Kenny at all, but Algier is definitely affecting Bijan.
Yep.
Kirk's a better quarterback. Call them a push. I agree with you. I like the Seahawks better as far as receivers go. This is a sucky one.
You also have to
God
look
damn
at
it.
like the Falcons defense and the Seahawks defense. They're both pretty solid.
We'll break it up a little
But
bit.
I mean, I think you are at Falcons. You are at their home. I do think that
That's fine.
you're going to be stronger with the receiving core because of how Kirk spreads it out. I just have a lot more faith in Kirk than most, and he's shown me more this year. That's why I have the faith in it. I mean, he's going to look good. Like Pete said, Geno doesn't look as good as he used to. He has the weapons of DK, JSN, and Lockett. And you look at what Kirk's doing, and his main is London and Pitts, and he's using Mooney. He's spreading it out. I think Kirk's got this. I think the Falcons got this. They're keeping games close, though, which is the one thing that scares me when it comes to spreads.
Yes.
But I do think the Falcons.
Yeah, it's close. This one scares me that way, for sure.
It's at Atlanta, right? Stadium will be rocking. Don't sleep on that Falcons defense. We've talked about it a lot, right? They got Judon. They got a couple other pieces they added to their offseason. Their defense has kept them in games. So
they look good.
I think
they do look good.
rattle.
I'm taking the Falcons. Like,
yeah,
I'm with you.
-3 is a little scary.
Yeah.
So this is the one I'm kind of iffy on.
But
it's 2.5 or 3.
The next one I'm scared of too.
Oh my God, really?
Is it 2.5 or 3, Petey?
Well, the one I looked at was
2.5 or 3. Oh, okay.
I think it was 3 on DraftKings.
Yeah, that one's scary, but I agree with you. I'll take the plunge.
And my final pick. I'm comfortable with this one. You're worried about this one, Jimmy? Let's give it a whirl. We got Jets at Steelers. Steelers plus 1.5? Question mark. We got quarterback situation. Aaron Rodgers, he is not healthy. I don't care what anyone says, especially after last night. He got destroyed on Monday Night Football. He's going to be hurting for weeks after those blows. He's old, man. Versus, could be Russell Wilson, could be Justin Fields. Either way, I'm okay with either one of them. Because they don't have to do much in this team. On this team. They don't have to do anything, really. Just don't make mistakes. I guess you can give the tiniest lean to Aaron Rodgers, but I just don't like him here. I'll give a tiny lean towards Rodgers, just out of respect for his history. Running backs, we got Breece Hall versus Najee Harris. Call me crazy. This matchup, it favors Najee over Breece. All those holes in that Jets defense, it was making Ray Davis look good. Najee is a workhorse back. We saw what he did last week. Got 100-plus yards on like 14 carries. Now, Breece is a better player, but in this matchup, give the lean towards Najee. Wide receivers. On paper, again, the Jets look better. They got Devontae Adams, who they acquired today. They got Garrett Wilson. They got Lazard versus all the Steelers have, really, is George Pickens, Calvin Austin, Freiermuth. So it's a heavy lean towards the Jets. But the Steelers' defense is looking like the 86 Bears. They shut... I'm saying it. I'm saying it. I think it's because of one person. TJ Watt is a game wrecker. So, again, it's a lean towards the Jets. So a lot of leans are happening towards the Jets. But here's where it comes into play. Coaches. We have Aaron Rodgers / Ulbrich versus Mike Tomlin. You have possibly the 32nd ranked head coach versus number 2 ranked head coach. Give me Mike Tomlin every day that ends with Y. Mike Tomlin is such a better coach than Ulbrich. And Ulbrich looked kind of confused on the sidelines with some of that game we saw last night. So, super heavy lean towards Tomlin. Fun fact, the Steelers won their last 10 out of 12 home games against the Jets. The Steelers smelled that blood in the water. Aaron Rodgers is bleeding. Davante Adams is a Band-Aid on an internal wound. I'm shocked the Steelers are getting points here. I thought it would be Steelers -3. I really did. It'll be a low-scoring affair, but Steelers come out up top. I'm taking the Steelers money line, personally. So, let's hear it, boys. Let's hear the hate.
I'm not gonna hate. I'm just first. Who's TJ Watt? Ditka or Singletary?
He might end up being better than
Both. Oh God.
he might. He looks like
For all of you new football fans, and there's a few people I'm calling out here. Those were really good defensive players on the '86 Bears, who are known as the best defense ever. The end. Okay. Look them up. Both wound up being coaches. Singletary was a bad coach though.
He looked like a turtle too.
Yeah, it was a bad coach. I would know. This is so hard.
You cannot take the Jets at Pittsburgh on a Sunday night game.
It's at Pittsburgh.
That's the thing. I rattled off the receivers. There's no contest. It's Jets receivers.
No, it's Jets receivers.
The Pittsburgh.
I like Brees better, but matchup-wise, I don't disagree.
They're gonna keep running the ball.
Tomlin's a better coach by a mile. God, man, it's just a case of Russell coming back.
Doesn't matter.
It's first game back.
Yes.
If Russ doesn't,
It does
if
matter
Russ
against
doesn't
that
come
pressure
back,
that they get.
Wilson. I know, but then the Steelers should win. Like 100% should win.
Whoever the quarterback is, bet the underpassing, and they're just gonna run the ball.
Right.
Yeah.
I think Fields would. Though, if Fields comes in that game and plays like shit, they need to not use Wilson because he's still hurt. Use their backup
But
after
he's
Wilson.
not. That's the thing. They brought him back so slow, so he should be like fine.
What's going to happen is they're going to have some certain plays for Fields, and they're going to have Wilson there to start off. Fields is going to be in those, planned run plays.
He's going to be a running back.
Yeah, he's going to be the running back. He's going to be on the same. He's going to be on the field at the same time as Najee or Warren. It's either going to be a fake run to Fields or a dump off to Warren or Najee. But I do think that the Jets defense also, they have been in a little slump this year, but they're not someone to just discount. They are a pretty good defense in history.
Yeah, the Jets
secondary
secondary's pretty good. So
I'm taking the Steelers. So
This one's
the Jets secondary is
Oh.
good, but again, they're just gonna run it up the middle like they did. The Bills laid it out for them.
Right.
Yeah, but maybe they learn from their mistake. Who knows?
Blood in the water.
It's a risky one.
I want another pickle. So let's go 3-0.
If you hit this one, you deserve 2 pickles.
I will do 2 if I hit 3 in a row.
at the same time, you gotta do them at the same
I'm taking
time.
2 underdogs this
All
week.
right, relax.
2
I
underdogs.
I don't want quarter cup pickles. I want a full chunky juicy pickle.
I gotta buy those.
Yeah,
These are good pickles though.
I want one. I want a full.
I love
Yeah, I
those.
don't.
Those
I
are
don't
the
want
best
when
one.
you cut a pickle. I want a no.
I love
I
those
want
pickles.
a full girl. I want a big.
We
Kevin,
understand, Kevin. We
Kevin.
understand, Kevin. We understand, Kevin.
Relax, Kev.
Right,
I didn't say the word. I didn't say
picks.
I didn't say the word. I just want you to have
That's
a
not
real
the word I was
Thank you.
worried
I don't
about.
understand. The one I love the best is Lions. I hate to say it,
Yeah,
but
that's true though. Yeah, that's easy.
my picks. Let's move on to the actual picks.
All right. Let's get into the week preview where I might need to go kill myself. Let's get into it, baby.
Matchups of the week.
All right, Pete, you do this part.
I got it. Let me go to the. Okay,
So
so
upset.
Jimmy last week, week 6, went 13-1. The only game he lost, he picked the Jaguars against the Bears. And we have a thing where if you go perfect, you get your dinner bought for you. Whatever you want on the menu, I'll give you your appetizer, entree, dessert, everything. And he was off by 1. You bet on Trevor Lawrence. And it failed. And so did I. But
in England, which
I
is
know.
where the dickhead usually wins.
Yep. So that was probably your last chance because now we're transitioning to point
Oh,
spread.
that's never going to happen
Yeah.
again. That's never going to
I
happen again.
go 12-2. Pretty good. Solid. I mean, really good. Eric goes 11-3. Kevin goes 11-3. Which brings our season totals to Jimmy, first place, 60-32. Myself, 57-35. Eric, 56-36. And Kevin, he's new, 19-9.
I'll take the 19.
Really?
That's pretty damn
really good. I mean, we're all doing pretty well.
That'll work.
Jimmy, are you making any money off these picks?
I keep losing. By like one thing or another, I keep losing. I need to stop being cocky.
You're good, man. Just listen to your money lines. Holy crap.
I know. Fuck. All right. Well, week 7's here. Thursday night football is a dud. Dud.
Hold on. Let me check that line. It's not
Broncos Saints.
Is it Saints? Saints favorite? 1 second.
How?
No
How?
way. I don't think they are. They? Let me check.
That's
I think it's
crazy.
FanDuel.
Right now we got Saints -2. That's crazy. They must know Derek is coming back. Derek Carr coming back, sure, but
No, it's Broncos
If
minus
not-
2.5 on FanDuel.
Broncos -2.5. All right.
Why did that pop up like that on TBS?
So yeah, Broncos minus 2.5.
Broncos -2.5. Okay. So, Eric and Kevin are taking the Saints.
Yep.
Yep.
This one is really sucky because it's so dependent on if Derek Carr plays or not. Like,
I gotta go Saints.
It's the defense, too.
Kamara is better than Javonte. It's at Saints. I don't like Bo Nix at all.
no, I'm going to take the Saints in hopes that Derek Carr plays.
Okay, so we all go Saints here.
We're all going Saints. As far as the Broncos go, are you starting anybody? I don't think so.
Sutton?
No, I'm really not.
Not
If you
Javonte.
need him.
No. Saints
I'd
is
start
Kamara.
Javonte. I'd start Javonte. Javonte's got a good matchup there.
I don't know. That's flexible, sure. Saints, I'm starting Kamara 100%.
Anyone else?
Olave's not going to play, so you're
Who's
screwed
the other wide
there.
receiver? Is there anyone else?
Shaheed. But Shaheed's also hurt. So I'm terrified. This is going to be a really bad Thursday night football game.
I try not to skip any games.
This game sucks.
But this one might be tough to watch.
This is going to be really, really brutal. This next one's not going to be great either. The only reason I'm going to really enjoy this one, I think, is to watch Drake May play football.
Yeah.
Like, legitimately.
Like everyone's picking the same.
Patriots, Jaguars in London, Jacksonville -5.5, 42.5 over under. Fuck. Yeah, I'm taking the Patriots. I cannot bet against the Jags after what just happened.
We're all taking the Patriots. You're getting 5.5. Both pretty bad teams. Yeah.
Yep, it's the 5.5.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm taking that. Starting Ramondre
If he plays.
if he
I thought he was
plays.
benched. I thought, what happened to that? That just didn't happen.
I don't
I
know.
don't
No,
wanna
that
talk
was
about
the
it.
whole thing where he was benched for like 5 minutes.
Patriots are. I might start Drake May if you have like a super flex.
If you need to flex, if you need to flex, you can. If you need a spot start, 5 weeks, you probably get away with it. I don't like Trevor, Brian.
Bigsby, you're starting Bigsby.
You probably
you
starting
are.
Bigsby. ETN is definitely probably not
Yeah.
going to play.
You start Brian Thomas. Yep.
Starting Brian Thomas, and you're starting
Evan Ingram.
Ingram. So safe bets there. All right, Seahawks, Falcons.
Falcons.
We're all doing it. We're all going to take
My
the Falcons.
God,
here. We
what's
have to.
happening?
You heard Petey's picks.
Thank you.
It's just the matchup
Get those
too.
pickles
This
ready.
one.
Oh God.
But yeah, so we're all taking the Falcons again. It's Falcons -3 over under 51. Seahawks.
If you lose, you have to eat a pickle with ranch dressing
easy.
on it.
It's probably,
I'll do that if I win.
Yeah, I do that regardless.
We'll do that right now.
Oh man, I thought to me that's
Well, you're
disgusting.
gross.
But that's just me.
Seahawks. You're
I
starting
won't say
DK.
okay.
You're starting Kenny.
Kenny.
You can flex JSN and Lockett probably.
Yeah.
I'm sitting Geno.
Kenny Walker's a strong play.
Geno's scary. Falcons, same thing. Kirk Cousins, Bijan, Algier, you could probably flex if they keep doing what they're doing with the split. Drake London,
Hammer.
Kyle Pitts, if you have him, you're starting him. You're not going to not. And Mooney is a little more scary.
Flex.
That's kind of a... We'll see how that goes.
Desperation flex.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Oh my God.
Okay. Titans, Bills. This one's
my
easy.
God.
This isn't even close.
Will Levis.
Bills.
Oh. It's Bills.
-8.5 for the Bills, too.
We're all going Bills. That's why
Damn.
Yep.
Yeah.
Damn, 8.5.
I'm not starting any Titan
Pollard?
Yeah.
except for
No.
Pollard. Yep, you're
And
right.
maybe
Pollard.
Tajay Spears and flex if you need.
He looked bad last week. And he got injured, right?
But you're going against the Bills. You're going against
Yeah.
you're going against the Bills. Yeah, if he's able to play, yeah, you're right. He's injured.
I can't believe we're
Totally
all
forgot
picking the
about
same.
It's so far. Bills is the same. You're starting your guys. Cook, Josh Allen. I'm starting Amari Cooper.
Week 1.
If he's playing, I'm starting him. So that's kind of where you're at with the Bills. Next up, dude, these are all so easy. I might just
This
go
one's
pick
different.
them
We got
all
some
week.
differs in this one.
I'm going Bengals, baby.
Oh.
Bengals at Browns. Browns plus 6.5.
I'm taking the Browns. I'm going.
Okay, explain
I'm with Kevin.
yourself.
It's
I'm taking.
sorry, Kev. It's
Go
a
ahead,
division.
Pete.
Why are you?
Divisional game.
Go ahead.
They're always close. It's at Cleveland. Stefanski's getting scared. You getting 6.5 at home. Home favorite in the division. Yeah, give me the Browns. That plays a big part.
Dude, I don't
Go
know,
Bengals.
man.
That's fine. -6.5.
I don't.
Come on.
I don't like Joe Burrow. I just don't
I like
like Joe Burrow. I think the Browns.
Sorry, keep going.
I like Burrow
How
a
can you
lot.
not like Burrow?
I don't
With-
like Burrow.
with
I don't like
Cooper
Jamar. I mean,
leaving-
Jamar Chase is a great player, but I think I like the Browns receivers, and I like the Browns running backs way
Browns
better.
don't
than
have
They traded
receivers.
away Amari Cooper.
What,
They're all gone.
That's why I'm taking the Browns because I want to take the Browns. All right, you got a
I'm
problem
with
with
you.
that?
I'm taking the Browns too.
I'm not saying you. I'm saying somebody else.
Look at what just
Alright.
happened with the Bengals this past week. They didn't have that great of a game. They're mad about how ugly the game was. Even though they won,
It's also
they need
Giants have a
to
better
prove it
defense.
Yeah, but still, they put up, 10 points on, 17-7? Is that the right score?
Yeah.
They still put up
Yeah.
10 points. They beat that spread. Browns have a good
I'm not
defense,
worried
too.
about it, actually,
Browns have
now
a good
I'm thinking
defense,
about
too, but you have the Bengals. I'm hammering them.
Browns have a worse
Bengals
offense.
win by 3.
Exactly.
You heard it first.
Exactly. And that's scary.
No, I'm taking the Bengals.
Win by
starting
3?
in
Oh, my God.
the Bengals, you're starting all of your Bengals players. Browns, you're starting Njoku. That's kind of
Yep.
Nick Chubb. If
Nah,
you
I
play,
would-
Jerry
don't
Judy's a
think I would.
desperation flex.
I wouldn't yet.
Yep. So
I
Justin
wouldn't do
Joku.
it yet. Yeah. Next
This
up, this is a
This is a game.
Oh boy,
I love myself some.
I hate
Love,
this.
baby.
This is brutal. Texans at Packers going to Lambeau. Packers -2.5, 47.5 over under. Ooh.
I bet you it's gonna be cold in Lambeau this week. Oof.
I don't
Not
know.
that
I don't
cold.
know. This is a tough one.
God.
It's
The weather's
minus
gonna play a factor if
2.5.
it's going to be cold.
I think it's
It's
I
This
think it's
is
the Packers.
this might be the best game of the week.
Oh, it definitely is going to be. It's the game of the week for sure.
Well, there's one other one
I'll
that
be-
I'm
I'll be
looking at.
different.
What time does that game start, by the way? That Packers
That's
game.
a
Is it 1?
that's a 4, I think. Nah, that'd be a 1. That's a 1. Oh man, I don't know what
I'm
to
going
do.
Texans.
It's going to be a good game. It's going to be a close game. It's going to be very close, I think, and I think that
You're right,
Packers
it
are going
is
to come
gonna be a
up
1 o'clock
on
game.
top at home, especially they have spread that ball around really nicely. The Packers defense has been really good at getting interceptions. CJ Stroud will get an interception this game, even though he plays phenomenally. I think that defense is pretty good in Green Bay, and they're at home. Like I said, I can't bet against Jordan Love right now with how he's been playing.
The Packers
I'm
cut the
just-
kicker.
Yeah, I did see that.
That's fine.
I'm
Who
taking
was
the
that one kicker that
Texans
had
only because the Texans are beating. They're beating people harder. Like they're beating people down. The Packers are winning, and they're also doing it, but they're not doing it with such like authority. I don't know. Nico's not there though. Oh my god.
So me and Jimmy are taking Texans plus 2.5.
Yeah.
I mean, Texans are my Super Bowl team, so I'm gonna ride with them.
It's a good bet. Texans, you're starting Diggs, Tank,
Mixon.
Mixon,
Oh,
CJ.
CJ's
Tank's
tough.
gonna be a great start this week.
Packers defense is no joke, but yeah.
No, there are no joke. Packers, good luck picking the. Good lord, wide receivers have fun with that.
Just getting Reed and then Dobbs and.
I would
That's
start
about it.
Reed.
Dobbs is a flex, if anything. All the others are flexes except for Reed.
I'd almost just after Reed. I think I'm out.
Everyone's a flex
just
except for
scary.
Reed.
People spend so much
need
money
it.
on Wicks. So funny.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
that failed miserably. Yeah. So that's where we're at. Dolphins, Colts. Good
Terrible
God.
game.
This
Wait,
is bad.
why, Eric? Why are you
Colts
taking the
minus
Dolphins? The
3.
Dolphins are trash.
That's why.
I'm taking the
Old
Colts.
Flacco was playing.
If Flacco,
Even
if
if
Flacco
Reed's
plays,
gonna
I'm
play.
taking Colts.
Well, you can't change it. You got to make a pick here.
You can't change. Yeah, you can't change it mid-game.
Fine, I'll be different. I'll be different.
All right.
I have faith in the Dolphins using Tyreek Hill in a different fashion, and he's going to now
With
bring
the
these.
fifth quarterback they're going to use.
Yep. They're going to bring them to cover the spread at least. It's going to be a 2-point game.
So Jimmy, Pete, Kev are going Colts. Eric's going
7-9. Yeah. This is terrible. Same. We're in the same boat with the Dolphins. You're starting nobody but Tyreek. Really,
H.N.
I'm scared.
Tyreek didn't have it.
H.A. and
H.A.
Mostert.
might be out.
Mostert then?
Ugh.
Colts
He hasn't been like last year. I'm scared. I'm like literally starting Tyreek. If you have to flex Waddle, and god damn it, try and avoid it. But
Agreed.
Colts defense ain't that
Oy.
great against the run. Just saying.
yeah. Colts. Taylor's probably still out. Richardson, you still start just because of the ceiling with the running and you have to.
It's the Dolphins, yeah.
Good lord, Pittman, you start. God, I hate everything about this. I'm taking the Colts though. All right, this is a really good one. Lions, Vikings.
Lions.
Taking the
The
Vikings.
Vikings are wow. Vikings
Already
minus
said
2.5,
my piece.
49.5 over under.
Give me the Lions all day.
Ooh, yeah, I'm taking the Lions too.
Everyone's taking the Lions besides Kev. Kev's doing Vikings.
Yeah, we went through this with your picks. So we don't have to like dive into it. You're starting all of your Lions, every one of them. Vikings, I would start Sam. I think it's a shootout a little bit. If you have to, like, people, we're getting deep into like bye weeks with quarterbacks. So if you got to start Sam, I would start Sam. Jeffy's
screwing me
safe.
over.
Addison's probably okay to flex if you have to. Oh,
No
We
Vikings.
don't know who's going to
We
go
got
in the running back game
Dun-
right now,
dun-
so I would just avoid it unless
yeah,
Daniel
I'm
Jones is playing.
terrified.
Doesn't
of the
matter.
running
You're not
backs.
starting against this Lions front.
And then Lions.
No.
Lions, you start everybody you know.
Yep.
yeah.
J-Mo, Amon Ra, Gibbs,
Gibbs,
Monty,
Monty.
Laporta.
Yeah, all of them.
Gibbs.
Yep.
Arsenals.
It's ridiculous. All right, next up, Eagles, Giants. Giants plus 3.
I'm taking the Giants.
Over unders 43.5. Ew.
It's my home team. Gotta go with the Giants. My home
Bias.
I'm
team.
not.
No, well, yeah, I'm a little bit biased, but I think it's gonna be a good game.
I'm not.
So, I'm going with Giants.
Eagles.
Eagles always mess up the Giants. They always
They
beat the
do.
Giants.
And Saquon's there now.
Yeah, I
It's his
know.
revenge game.
There you go.
Saquon's there.
Oh, I know, and they're gonna be home, so Saquon's gonna give a big FU to all the freaking Giants fans. I know that.
So we're all going
yeah, that's gonna
Eagles
be fun.
minus 3. Me, Jimmy, Eric, and Kevin's going Giants plus 3.
Yep. Eagles, you're starting your boys. Barkley, AJ, Devonta,
Goddard.
Jalen. Goddard, he might not play. You got to keep an eye on that.
He's been hurt recently. So many games.
Goddard's not what he used to be. Giants, Singletary.
If he even plays.
Neighbors back? Neighbors?
Neighbors. If Neighbors is back,
He'll be back.
If Neighbors doesn't come back, the Giants will not have a shot to win this game. If Neighbors comes back, they have a little bit of a shot. But I'm still going G-Man.
All right. Raiders, Rams.
I might take the Raiders.
I'm not.
I can't stand the Raiders. I can't stand the head
Rams
coach.
minus 6.5.
It's one touchdown.
Cooper Kupp might be back.
And I can't stand Max Crosby.
Cooper Kupp might be back.
Yep.
That's huge.
It's not easy, but I'm taking the Rams. We're all taking the Rams. Minus 6.5.
Yep, all of us got Rams.
Rammies.
Not easy.
Raiders are starting Brock Bowers, and you're leaving.
Oh, question. I have a question.
Rams
with the Raiders. Do you think now that Devontae's out, this is going to open up more targets for like Madison or something like that, or no?
No.
It means no effect on them, right?
So bad. No, I think you're literally Bowersing out with this one. Like for the rest of unless they go get somebody, it's just a quarterback issue. Aiden sucks. Yeah. Minshew also sucks.
So does Minshew too.
Yeah. Rams,
they're in
you're
a rebuild.
starting Kyron, Stafford. See what happens with Kupp. I would start if you have no other option, Stafford's fine. If Kupp's back, you play him.
If he's not back,
don't
Tutu.
forget he's not. He may, and if he's not back, Tutu and Higbee.
Or Whittington.
We're coming around the corner here, so Higbee might be back soon. Yep. So keep an eye on that if he's on your waivers and you have an IR spot. But yeah, we're all taking the Rams. Next up, Panthers, Commanders, and it's not even. I'm not even gonna sit on this one, man.
It's minus 7 too for the Commanders, and
we don't
we're
even
all
have to
taking
talk
Commanders.
about it. Commanders all the way. Done. Move on.
Yep.
Next game.
Panthers, you're not starting anybody but Shuba. Commanders, you're starting the rookie of the year.
Wait. You'll start Deontay.
You're right. I always forget about Deontay. I have him too. But yeah, you're starting the two of them. Terry. And we'll see if Robinson's back.
If not, you start Eckler.
I don't want to start
But a flex. He's not like an RB2.
Against
he's like
the
a flex.
Panthers, against the Panthers, you can.
I'm surprised the over/under in this game is 51.5 with the Panthers.
I don't know how that's happening unless they're.
I know.
Right?
That's,
Are they thinking
crazy.
they're going to score 41?
They're going to do the Lions. That's nuts.
Unreal. This one.
Yep.
I am. Oh my god. This game. Chiefs Niners. Niners are minus 1.5. 47.5 over. Under. This, I'm so sick and tired of being scared of the Chiefs. Like, I'm over this shit. But every time we play the Chiefs, we lose.
It's not the same team.
It's not.
They barely beat the
and
Chargers.
Our defense is Our defense is starting to click. They don't have any running backs. They don't have, and they missed out on Amari. I really thought that was going to happen. So I'm taking my boys.
Same. 49ers.
I
we'll see.
can't. I mean, you have to.
I can't.
Yeah, it's going to be a close game. I guarantee that. But 2 rules. Don't bet against Mahomes.
I don't know that it's going to be close.
It's going to be
I
close.
think it's going to be
I was
one
gonna
or
say
the
that.
other.
You don't bet against
Super
Mahomes,
Bowl's
and then
gonna
at
go
the
through the
same
Chiefs.
time, you have Travis Kelce and Mahomes getting back in their connection. That connection coming back, that fire, it's what scares me. And that's where
Fair.
I think the Chiefs are
However,
going to They didn't do that against the Chargers
Kelce-
because Rice got hurt that game. So now that Kelce's getting freaking like 10, 11 targets a game again, that's going to be a big difference.
Here's the thing, though. The Niners kind of shut Kelce up a little bit. Fred Warner in the middle, where Kelce thrives, is a really good matchup. So unless they do some tricky shit, which they do, and they will, and Kelce will get some. I'm not saying he's not going to, but I don't think they can just hyper target Kelce against the Niners anymore. Kelce is not what he used to be either.
No, but he's still Patrick Mahomes' toy over there.
Yeah, I know. We'll see.
Is that a primetime game?
So
No.
Nope. That's 4.
I hate 4 o'clock games.
So do I. So me and Pete got the Niners. Kevin and Eric got the Chiefs. Jets, Steelers. Oh boy.
Smell that blood. Oh my god, you have Jets?
I'm doing it.
Yeah.
I'm
Steelers
doing
minus
it.
1.5.
Yeah, 38.5 over under. That's the lowest of the week.
Always
Garbage.
the Steelers.
It's so bad. I mean, we kind of went over it. Jets, Breece Hall, Garrett Wilson,
Devontae Adams.
And that's the thing.
If he's playing, I'm starting his ass.
So this is the primetime game, okay? And you have a primetime game in America, and you have to have a story. Yeah, it's at 8:20.
Yeah.
We have two Monday
You
night
have to have a story.
2 Mondays.
And what's going to happen? Everyone's going to be like, "Oh, Aaron Rodgers, Devontae, they're going to go off." I have a feeling
We heard
that's what's
it-
going to
we
happen.
heard
And
this
then
last week.
Garrett Wilson's going to do good too.
Same thing everyone said last week. Oh, the script is going to be flipped. No. They smell.
That was a close script to be flipped with the Bills. That was very
It
close.
shouldn't have been close. The Hail Mary.
But
the Bills are.
but
the
I
Bills
said
are a better
last
team
week.
than the Steelers.
I also said last week that I agree on that. I also said last week that I thought Devontae was going to be back last week
To
on
me,
the
yeah,
Jets.
maybe.
He's not. He's there now.
Oh yeah.
I'm
I
going
don't
to
know.
put some heavy money onto the Steelers this week.
Don't
Are
do
you
it,
really?
Pete.
Oh,
Oh man,
boy.
Petey.
what are you
Petey.
talking about? It's the Jets at Pittsburgh. What are we talking about here?
I hope
Oh
you're
my
right, but I don't
God.
know. I'm not touching this game.
I don't know where you got your lines from. I got Steelers plus 1.5.
Is it?
But we'll figure it out.
Steelers? You're starting Najee. George Pickens?
Oh yeah, you're right. It is Steelers.
No,
with Russ?
you sit Pickens.
Are you sitting
I'm
Pickens?
sitting picks. Yeah, against
He's a
Saucy.
flex.
I know. Saucy's
Yeah, you
good,
start
man.
Najee. You start Justin Fields if you need to because
Are you
he's a
starting
fantasy
Russ?
cheat code.
First game back?
I'm not starting Russ. Nope.
I'm not touching either of the quarterbacks this game.
Fantasy wise, I'm touching Fields.
Fantasy wise,
Yeah,
I'm okay.
Fields
with
is a
no,
throw.
because they
Fields
said
is a
that they
throw.
might.
He
But
runs.
at the same time,
If
you,
he starts.
At the same time, you have both of them maybe getting touches. Mike Tomlin
Yeah,
said
if
they
Russ
both
is
might
starting,
be
I'm
playing.
not touching him.
If they split the quarterback position, what is this fucking college?
No, I'm not. If Russ is starting, I'm out on Fields completely.
If Fields starts,
It seems like that's
yeah,
what we're
but
going
if,
to.
If Fields starts, I'm comfortable playing him because
Yeah.
Yeah.
the Jets secondary is great. They don't throw the ball; they just run it. And the Jets got exposed. Yes, last night they got exposed. So yeah.
Yeah, we'll see how
So
it
Jimmy
goes.
got Jets. I got Steelers. Eric got Jets. Kevin's got Steelers. It's Steelers plus 1.5.
Yep.
This I hope is a shootout. Ravens Bucks plus 3.5, 48.5 over under. I hope this is a good game. I hope it's not just a defensive. This should be an airball game because both run Ds are pretty good. So it should be an airball game, which is fun. I'm there for that. I'm also really glad, dude. I'm so glad this is a doubleheader Monday night because this is a good game. The next one's dog shit.
You can't bet against Baker Mayfield though. He's having a great season.
So is
Lamar
Lamar.
is too.
Oh no, you know what? Not even. So is Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
I don't
It's
know.
the Ravens
Island.
for me. Ravens
So,
minus 3.5.
yeah, we're all taking the Ravens except for Kevin. He's taking the Bucks.
The half
3.5.
point is the thing that's scaring me there.
It's fine.
You know, that half point's the one thing that
Ravens,
scares me.
Derrick Henry, Lamar Jackson, Mark Andrews, Zay Flowers, and I'm pretty much out after that. Bucks, Godwin, Evans, Bucky.
Not against his Ravens, right? Not against the Ravens.
No shot against the Ravens.
Ravens pass
And
defense
Baker's
is
going to have to
bad.
throw, so you can start him.
Yeah, pass defense. is
Godwin
really
and
That's
Evans
what
will
I'm
have a
saying,
really
right.
good game.
good.
They should, and that's why Baker's a really good play too. But running game, don't touch it.
I know. It's kind of
That's a tough.
All right, last one. Chargers, Cardinals. Second Monday night game. This sucks. I don't like it. I don't care. I don't know what to
I
do.
want to pick Cardinals.
Cardinals are plus 2.5. 43.5 over under. I'm taking the Cardinals.
Kevin's got the changers. I got the
taking-
Chargers.
Oh, I spelled it wrong, didn't I? My
you're-
blonde ass.
Kevin's taking the Changers. All right, me and Pete got Cardinals. Eric Kev got Chargers. Changers.
Changers.
The Changers.
Yeah, I got
This game is dog shit. You're starting JK. And I think that's it.
I think the thing that you have to realize too is like the Chargers defense is actually pretty freaking good against the pass and decent against the run, and I think that's where they're going to shine a lot. And the Cardinals defense is not that great against the pass, and Herbert did pretty good against Denver, so I expect him to do pretty good against Cardinals.
Yeah, I don't know, man. We'll see. This is going to be a question of which team just shows up, I think. Cardinals, you're starting Kyler and Connor.
Michael Wilson, if Harrison's not playing.
Wilson, especially if Harrison's not playing, which he probably won't because the concussion thing is one game out usually.
Yeah, but it's a Monday game. It's a Monday game, so it might be more.
Yeah. I don't know.
That's it.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Me and Jimmy got two different games. That's it.
Are we really the same
Jets,
all the way down?
Steelers, we picked different, and the Bengals, Browns.
Wow.
Me and Kevin are like complete opposite.
Well, Kevin's kind of dumb. So, all right, cool.
I like taking different teams. I don't want to take the favorite every goddamn game.
No, that's fine.
I want to switch it up.
That's fine. Switch it up all you want. You're just gonna
We should
lose a
change
lot.
the bet to if you hit 80% or something, 85% or something crazy, 90%.
Yeah, it's got to be a lot. And I can win a lot of stuff. All right, cool. So that's our Week 7 preview. That's pretty much all we got. Unless you guys have something else you want to touch on. Waiver wires.
Bet the Steelers.
Bet the
Mortgage your
Steelers.
house.
God, that's so scary.
Do it.
God.
So
Mortgage your
Have
house.
a pickle.
I'm gonna
I'm
God,
definitely
no.
having a pickle
Go ahead,
on this
pickle.
video for sure.
yeah, I'll go get a pickle.
That's all I got.
All right, cool. So if we're good with wrapping it up, man, that was another episode. Not too shabby, guys. So we'll catch you, everyone. We will catch next week for our Week 7 review, Week 8 preview, all the usual nonsense. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you like, subscribe. Check out all the other links down below. We got a merch store. We got the Spotify. Everything's down there, so go check that out. And we'll catch you next week for more of the Banter Blitz podcast. Woo! Catch you guys next week. Later.
Deuces.
Thanks for watching the Banter Blitz podcast. Tune in next week for more nonsense.